Welcome passionate explorers to httravel, an inspiring channel that takes you to lands where history and nature intertwine, where every street corner is a page of an ancient book. Today, get ready to embark on a journey that awakens all the senses, where the mud brick tower houses of Sana'a rise like from a fairy tale, the island of Socotra appears with dragon blood trees like an alien planet, and the scent of hot salta blends with the melodious music of canvas. We will explore Yemen, Arabia Felix, the happy land of the ancient Romans, where the 3,000-year-old legacy of the Saba kingdom blends with the warm hospitality of the Middle Eastern people. Imagine yourself standing on the top of Haraz mountain watching villages suspended in the clouds, sipping strong Mocha coffee at the port of Aden, or getting lost in the Souk al-Mil market filled with handmade silver and the scent of incense. From the sand dunes of Rub al-Khali to the turquoise beaches of Kalansia, Yemen is a living canvas of history, mystery, and majestic nature. Are you ready to touch the soul of this legendary land? Like, share, and subscribe to httravel to write the story of Yemen with us. The Republic of Yemen, located in the southern part of the Arabian Peninsula, is the second largest country on the peninsula with an area of 527,968 square kilometers, roughly the same as Thailand, and a population of approximately 34.7 million, 2025. Bordered by Saudi Arabia to the north and Oman to the east, Yemen has 2,000 kilometers of coastline embracing the Red Sea, the Gulf of Aden, and the Arabian Sea, and includes archipelagos such as Socotra, Hanish, Cameron, and Perim. The name Yemen may derive from the ancient South Arabic yum, lucky, or Ymt, south, reflecting the fertile land once called Arabia Felix, the land of happiness by the Romans. Yemen's history spans more than 3,000 years, from the kingdom of Saba, 10th century BC, home of the biblical Queen of Sheba, to the ancient Marib dam that transformed the desert into an oasis. The Himyar, Aksum, and Hadramaut kingdoms controlled the 16th century trade in frankincense, myrrh, and Mocha coffee. The Ottoman, 1538 to 1635, and British, 1839 to 1967, colonial eras left their mark in Aden and Al-Hudaydah. Yemen was unified in 1990 after a North-South civil war, but now faces conflict and a humanitarian crisis. Yemeni culture is a blend of Islam, Sunni 65%, Zaydi Shia 35%, tribalism, and Saba heritage, expressed in mudbrick architecture, poetry, baraye dance, and the jambia dagger, a symbol of masculinity. Yemen's natural landscape is a fascinating blend of contrasts. The lush Haraz Mountains, which rise 3,000 m above sea level, the vast Rub al-Khali Desert, the azure beaches of Aden, and the island of Socotra, where 37% of its flora and fauna are endemic, including the dragon's blood tree and frankincense. Despite its security challenges, Yemen remains a hidden gem that beckons to those with a passion for history, culture, and nature. Sana'a, Yemen's constitutional capital at 200 m, is one of the world's oldest cities, inhabited since the 5th century BC, and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with 103 mosques, 14 hammams, and more than 6,006 and 7-story mudbrick minarets. These buildings, with their white geometric patterns on brown bricks and sparkling Camarilla stained glass windows, create a scene straight out of Arabian Nights. The Bab al-Yaman, an 11th century city gate, is the entrance to the bustling old town, filled with the scent of incense and spices. An unforgettable trip is to stroll through the Souk al-Mil, the 700-year-old salt market, where you can find intricately carved silver, hand-woven carpets, and sample hot laho bread with sidr honey, the world's most expensive honey, priced at $100 per kilogram. The Al-Salah Mosque, inaugurated in 2008, with its 600 m high minarets and marble interior, is a modern Islamic masterpiece, open to visitors outside per times. The Sana'a National Museum showcases a 6th century BC Saba bronze statue, a 1,200-year-old Quran manuscript, and Hymyarite pottery. Dar al-Hajar, an 18th century mud brick palace perched on a giant rock in Wadi Dar, offers views of the Green Valley and rice terraces. Sana'a has strict security requirements. Take a guided tour from Yemen Tourism or Vietsense Travel. Stay at the Movenpick Sana'a Hotel with 24/7 security and a restaurant serving mandi basmati rice with goat meat. Sana'a is where you can feel the breath of history, unique architecture, and Yemeni hospitality in the heart of the Middle East. Aden, a bustling port city on the Gulf of Aden, was a 16th century center for the Mocha coffee trade and was once hailed by Marco Polo as the Pearl of Arabia. A Yemeni cultural heritage site, Aden bears the mark of British colonial rule with the 19th century Tawahi Castle on Crater Mountain. The cisterns of Tawila, a 2,000-year-old water system with 18 stone cisterns at the foot of the mountain, are an ancient engineering marvel, most beautiful when the sun shines through the crevices. A great way to explore is to sip salta, a stew of lamb, vegetables, and fenugreek at the beachside Al-Sida, where you can listen to the waves and watch the boats pass by. Gold Moher Beach, with its fine white sand and clear blue water, is a great place to swim, surf, and enjoy grilled mackerel with a spicy zug chili sauce. The Aden National Museum displays Saba artifacts, Ottoman coins, and a 17th century depiction of Aden's port. Take a 1-hour wooden boat ride from Tawahi Port to Sira Island, where you can see a 16th century fortress, soaring seagulls, and swimming seals. Aden requires a guided tour and security escort. Stay at the Mercure Aden, with a seaview pool and restaurant serving fasa, a bean stew with beef. Aden is a melting pot of the sea, commercial history, and Yemeni culture. Socotra Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the Arabian Sea, 380 kilometers off the mainland, is known as the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean because 37% of its flora and fauna are endemic, including the blood-red Dracaena cinnamari and the plump bottle tree. Kalansia Beach, with its white sand, turquoise lagoons, and 300 m high limestone cliffs, is a great place to take photos and kayak through sea caves. Hawk Cave, 2.5 kilometers long, has sparkling stalactites, underground lakes, and 2,000-year-old carvings depicting ancient sailors. A truly emotional moment is camping in the Wadi Durhar Valley, watching the Milky Way glow against the dark sky, listening to the Socotri people tell the legend of the dragon that protects the island. Hill National Park has a natural pool surrounded by ancient frankincense trees, where you can cool off and watch the Socotra falcon soar. Try shabak flatbread with dried fish and chili in Hadabo village, the island center, with a market selling embroidered fabrics and medicinal dragon's blood resin. Take a 4-hour hike through the Dixon Plateau, where you'll see Socotra goats climbing cliffs and 500-year-old frankincense trees. Socotra is safer than the mainland, but requires a tour from Socotra Ecodours or Arabian Escapes. Stay at the Socotra Island Hotel or an eco-lodge at Detwa Lagoon with sea views. Socotra is surreal nature, ancient island culture, and the magic of Yemen. The Haraz Valley in western Yemen is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with fortified cliffside villages such as Al-Hudaydah, Mocha, and Thula, built from stone and mud bricks from the 11th century. The 5- and 6-story houses, with white arches and carved walls, blend in with the lush green coffee terraces. Mount Jabal Haraz, 3,000 m, offers spectacular views of the valley and the drifting clouds. An enchanting journey is the 3-hour trek from Mocha to Al-Hudaydah, stopping at a natural hot spring for a relaxing soak, watching the sunset turn the mountains golden. Mocha Market, which opens on Wednesdays, sells jambia daggers, a symbol of Yemeni culture, and aromatic Harazzi coffee, recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage. Try fasa, a stew of beans, beef, and Hawaj spices at Al Yemen Al Said, where locals serve Shai Yemeni tea with ginger. Join the traditional Barai dance, holding daggers and dancing to the beat of drums with Harazzi people in tribal dress. Haraz is safe only with a guided tour and security escort. Stay at Al-Hudaydah guest house, with mountain view rooms and breakfast of seed bread dipped in honey. Haraz is a blend of majestic nature, ancient architecture, and Yemeni tribal culture. Marib, the center of the kingdom of Saba since the 10th century BC, is home to the ancient Marib Dam, a 720 long engineering marvel that irrigated 24,000 hectares of desert, turning Marib into an oasis for the agar wood trade. The Baran Temple, with its 610 high stone pillars carved with ornate designs, and the Temple of the Moon, Marib Bilqis, are Saba religious monuments, imbued with the mystical aura of the Queen of Sheba. A great excursion is to visit the archaeological site of Old Marib, where you can see 2,500-year-old mud brick houses, South Arabian inscriptions about the Saba-Himyar War, and stone lions guarding temples. Marib Market, which opens on Fridays, sells frankincense, and Sidr honey liquid gold worth $120 per kilogram and is renowned for its medicinal properties. Try mandi basmati rice with goat meat roasted in a clay oven at Al-Shaibani, where locals tell stories about ancient caravans. Take a 2-hour ATV ride through the Rub al-Khali Desert, seeing 200 high dunes and traces of Bedouin tents. Marib requires a high-security tour from Yemen Adventure or Vietsense Travel. Stay at the Marib Palace Hotel, with 24/7 security and a restaurant serving salta. Marib is where you can touch the roots of Yemeni civilization and the magic of the desert. Taizz, Yemen's third-largest city at 1,400 is a cultural hub with a 13th century old town where brown brick houses cluster around the bustling Ash-Shark market. Al-Kahira Castle, on Mount Sabir, 1,500 is a 12th century fortress with watchtowers and terraces overlooking the lush Wadi al-Dabab Valley. The Al-Ashrafiyya Mosque, built in 1397, and with its turquoise domes and carved minaret, is an Islamic masterpiece. An unforgettable trip is to taste Aseed, a thick wheat porridge with chicken and zug chili sauce, at Al-Mahrah market, where vendors serve Adeniya tea with cardamom. Taizz market sells hand-woven fabrics, traditional pottery, and Taizz coffee, the world-famous Mocha coffee. Walk through the old town, admiring the sparkling Camarilla windows and cobbled alleys. Join the Coffee Festival, November, with its jangling canvas music, folk dancing, and tastings of coffees from Haraz, Taizz, and Bure. Taizz requires a guided tour and security escort. Stay at Taizz Hotel, with security and rooms overlooking Mount Sabir. Taizz is the history, culture, and excitement of Yemen. Al-Mahrah, in eastern Yemen bordering Oman, is where the Rub al-Khali Desert meets the Arabian Sea, with the tranquil port of Al-Ghaida. Al-Ghaida Beach, a 5-kilometer stretch of golden sand and gentle waves, is a great place to relax, swim, and enjoy grilled mackerel with Hawaiian spices. The Wadi Doan Canyon, with its 500 high limestone cliffs and mud brick villages nestled in the shade of palm trees, is a spectacular photo opportunity. A great way to explore is to ride a camel through the Rub al-Khali Desert with the Mari, learning how to burn traditional frankincense to ward off mosquitoes and bring good luck. Al-Ghaida Market sells incense, silver-engraved daggers, and hand-embroidered fabrics with tribal patterns. Try seafood salta, shrimp, fish, and squid stewed in fenugreek sauce at Al-Bar, where fishermen tell stories of their fishing far from shore. Take a 1-hour ATV ride to Al-Mahrah Fort, a 16th century Ottoman site, overlooking the Arabian Sea and Sama Island in the distance. Al-Mahrah is safer than other areas, but requires a tour from Socotra hours. Stay at Al-Ghaida Hotel, with clean rooms and breakfast of shabak. Al-Mahrah is the epitome of Yemen's unspoiled nature, tribal culture, and peace. Al-Hudaydah, Yemen's largest port on the Red Sea, is a fishing hub with the bustling Zaid fish market, where fishermen bring in fresh lobster, mackerel, and squid early in the morning. The UNESCO World Heritage Site of Zaid's Old City features the 9th-century white-domed Al-Iskandariya Mosque and 13th-century mud brick houses. Al-Lahaya Beach, with its clear blue waters and 3 km long coral reef, is a great place for diving, dolphin spotting, and spectacular sunsets. An emotional moment is to take a wooden boat ride with fishermen from Al-Hudaydah port, pull in the fishing nets, learn how to tie the boat, and enjoy crispy fried fish with laho bread right on the sea. Al-Hudaydah Market sells Hawaiian spices, hand-woven fabrics, and silver bracelets carved with fish unique souvenirs. Try Sayur vegetable soup with beef and dill at Al-Mahrah, where you can listen to Yemeni folk music played on the oud. Visit Al-Khatib Fortress on Cameron Island, a 16th-century Ottoman monument with coral stone walls and ancient cannons. Al-Hudaydah requires a security tour from Yemen Travel or Vietsense Travel. Stay at Al-Hudaydah Hotel, with seaview rooms and a restaurant serving seafood mandi. Al-Hudaydah is the sea, the fisherman's culture, and the Yemeni heritage. Yemeni cuisine is a fusion of Islam, East Africa, and South Asia, with Hawaj spices, cumin, turmeric, cinnamon, cardamom at its heart. Salta, the national stew of lamb, potatoes, tomatoes, and fenugreek sauce, is a must-try in Al-Sida, Aden, or Souk al-Mil, Sana'a. Fasa, a bean stew with beef and onions, is a Haraz specialty, best enjoyed in Al-Yemen Al-Said, Monaco. Mandi, basmati rice cooked in a clay oven with goat or chicken, is a festive dish, try in Al-Shaibani, Marib. Yemeni seafood is plentiful, zug chili prawns in Al-Hudaydah, grilled mackerel in Al-Mahrah, stewed squid in Socotra. Laho bread, a crepe-like spongy pastry, shabak, a flatbread with dried fish, and asid, a thick wheat porridge, are served alongside. Desserts include bint al-sain, a sweet, multi-layered honey cake similar to baklava, and kaliat nahal, a honeycomb-shaped, cheese-stuffed pastry. Drink highlights include Adeniya tea with cardamom, rich mocha coffee from Haraz, and Chai Yemeni, a warming, spicy ginger tea popular in Taizz. A fun excursion is to take a Salta and Bint al-Sain cooking class at Yemen Culinary Tours, Sana'a, learning how to mix hawaj and bake in a clay oven. Yemeni cuisine is a bridge of culture, history, and joy, offering unforgettable tastes of desert and sea. Yemenis, predominantly Muslim Arabs, Sunni 65%, Zaidi Shia 35%, live in a tribal society of over 1,000 tribes such as the Hashid, Bakil, and Mara, known for their hospitality, pride, and resilience. Arabic is the main language, with the Socotri dialect in Socotra, and English widely spoken in Aden and Sana'a. Yemeni culture is a blend of Sabaean heritage, Islam, and tribal customs, expressed through the Jambiya dagger, a masculine symbol worn on the belt, Arabic poetry, and Baraye dance to the rhythm of drums and knives. The Coffee Festival, November, Taizz, features canvas music, the Yemeni lute, and tastings of Mocha coffee from around the country. Ramadan, March-April, features prayer, iftars with Salta and Bint al-Sain, and a vibrant night market. Al-Balda Festival, July, Al-Mahrah, features camel racing, folk dancing, and an incense fair. Yemeni women, who traditionally wear the niqab, communicate through poetry and symbolic language, giving their culture a unique character. Their henna and hand-embroidered fabrics are a source of pride. Yemenis greet visitors with marhaba and offer Chai Yemeni tea or coffee in their homes. They are proud of ancient Sana'a, magical Socotra, and Mocha coffee, the origin of the global name Mocha. Despite the hardships, Yemen is a place where you can experience deep hospitality and a vibrant cultural heritage. Yemen is more than just a destination, it's a living fairy tale, where you can stand in awe of Sanaa's towers straight out of 1001 Nights, watch the Socotra dragon's blood tree glow red in the sun, or sip salta on the shores of Aden listening to the waves. This is where you can touch the 3,000-year-old Marib Dam, dance Baraye with the Haraz, and feel the warm hospitality of the Rub al-Khali Desert. From Al Salah Mosque to Kalansia Beach, Yemen is a symphony of history, nature, culture, and people. A Yemeni poet once wrote, "Yemen is a dream of the desert, where the heart finds peace." Are you ready to set foot in this legendary land? Share your plans in the comments. Will you start in ancient Sana'a, Surreal Socotra, or Blue Sea Aden? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to httravel channel to continue discovering magical lands and inspiring stories from around the world. Marhaba Yemen. See you on the next journey.